Hello to all my fellow viewers from the United Kingdom and around the world, and welcome to another edition of the Aaron's Ales channel on another demonstrative pour and review on a perfect draft beer keg. This week's demonstrative pour and review on a perfect draft kegged beer is a Belgian style of fruit beer at 3% by volume, which is the weakest strength by volume that Perfect Draft has got in all their ranges of beers. For those of you who are looking for a weaker option of volume on beer options, or any particular alcohol options you're thinking of purchasing. And this week, it is Hoegaarden Rosee. Unfortunately, I haven't got any Hoegaarden glassware, so for now, like I've done in most of my videos before, I'm going to once again use my Perfect Draft pint glass. Here it is, and a nice widget at the bottom there for when it comes to carbonation. First things first, pour a bit out first. This way you're just wetting the glass without it causing it to be too lively. And we now come to the fun part. Here we go. As always, viewers at home, tilt your glass at a 45-degree angle, handle straight down. Just look at that head, absolutely spot on, one finger. And a nice, creamy, foamy head. Lovely. Anyway. For a rosé style of Belgian fruit beer, this is looking almost like the colour between a dark pink and grapefruit style of colour. This colour almost reminds me of grapefruit. Nice and dark, nice and rosy, exactly the same colour as a Zinfandel. And because it's so cloudy in appearance, which from the information I've read is meant to be like this, you can't see any carbonation at all. But when I drink this, I should hopefully, with a bit of luck, have some lacing on the rims of the glass. Better ones too. So, let's get the first part, and that is the smell, in other words, the aroma. I can smell strawberries in this. Not hoppy at all. Slightly malty in smell. Very sweet. I can almost smell sherbet. Anyway, let's get this down me. Cheers, iechyd da. I tell you one thing, this is definitely a fruity style of beer. The only fruit though I am getting in taste is strawberries, but at the same time, the taste itself on my taste buds, in my opinion, reminds me of tucking into Munch Bunch yogurts and also the Tesco make of strawberry fruity yogurts. Lacing is very good, not too bad, and not quite to the rim of the glass, but I've managed to secure some very nice lacing around the rim of the glass, about 4 inches below from the top. Really nice. Now it's getting there slowly. Started to get a bit better now. For a weaker strength on this Belgian style of beer, this is very good and very drinkable in my opinion. It's also slightly sickly in taste, but not too much. But apart from this, it's really, really good. So if you're looking at a weaker strength on perfect draft beer, this is the only weakest option they've got by volume in that selection, Hoegaarden Rosee. We now come to the part of the video of food pairings to accompany this Belgian style of fruit beer. With this being a fruity style of beer, I think this would go very nicely with some nice succulent lamb dishes, such as a nice rump of lamb, especially minted ones. It pairs, I think this beverage and those style of food pairings will pair really nicely. Along with, for those of you on the subject of extremely hot Indian style cuisine as in curries, this would be one of those beers that would be perfect to pair with extremely hot curries. I'll give you one example which it will certainly pair with nicely, and with it being 3 degrees centigrade by the temperature on my Philips Perfect Draft, nice and cool and cold, pardon me, a nice fowl. But the meat has got to be lamb though, not chicken. This won't pair nicely with chicken. You want a style of meat that is nice and tender and more flavoursome. So a nice lamb style of naga fowl. Or another good dish to pair this nicely with would be a hot chicken vindaloo. Well, Actually, not chicken, but a nice lamb vindaloo, including lamb tikka. This would also pair nicely, in my opinion, with some lamb tikka as a perfect starter. If you're making it as an Indian style of starter, or are purchasing it from your local Indian takeaway or restaurant. It really balances out the flavour nicely, especially with the fruitiness on this beer. One last sip. I'm now going to give this a rating to finish off the video. This gets an 8 out of 10 from me, Aaron Zales. Thank you for watching. Please tune in again to my next video very soon. Take care. No star. Good night. Goodbye and hwyl fawr. Happy Thursday, one and all.